Alright, let's talk pyramids. When you think of the Great Pyramid of Giza, what comes to mind? Towering stone, golden sands, and a pharaoh tucked away inside, right? That's the story we all learned in school. It's a nice, neat package. But I'm here to tell you that the neat package might be hiding a much bigger, more complicated mystery. For centuries, explorers, archaeologists, and adventurers like me have been drawn to this incredible structure. We've chipped away at its surface, but the real secrets are locked deep inside its massive stone heart. We're going on an expedition today, not with ropes and picks, but with questions and curiosity to uncover what lies beneath the official story. The sheer scale of this thing is hard to wrap your head around. Standing at the base and looking up, it feels like it pierces the sky itself. We're talking about a structure that stood as the tallest man-made object on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. Think about that for a second. For millennia, nothing built by human hands surpassed it. It was constructed around 4,500 years ago during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. It's made of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. That's like lifting 12 elephants at once. These aren't just rough boulders stacked up, they are massive, precisely cut stones, fitted together with incredible accuracy. What really gets the gears turning is the precision. The Great Pyramid is a masterpiece of engineering that modern builders would find challenging even with our advanced technology. Its base is almost a perfect square, with each side measuring around 756 feet. The difference between the longest and shortest sides is less than 8 inches. That's an accuracy of over 99.9%. It's mind-boggling. How did an ancient civilization, supposedly working with simple copper tools and raw manpower, achieve this level of perfection? The more you learn about the basic facts, the more you realize that the simple explanation of it being just a tomb doesn't quite add up. So buckle up. We're about to journey past the textbook explanations and into the realm of incredible theories and unanswered questions. We'll look at how it was built, why it was built, and what secrets it might still be hiding from us today. The Great Pyramid isn't just a relic of the past, it's a living puzzle that challenges everything we think we know about ancient history. The story is far from over, and every new discovery just adds another layer to one of the world's greatest enigmas. The adventure is just beginning, and you have a front row seat. So how in the world did they build it? This is the million-dollar question, and the theories are as grand as the pyramid itself. The mainstream idea, the one you'll find in most history books, involves a whole lot of sweat and some very clever ramps. The theory goes that tens of thousands of skilled workers quarried the massive stone blocks, transported them across the desert, and then hauled them up enormous ramps that spiraled around the pyramid as it grew taller. It sounds plausible, and there's evidence of quarries and worker settlements nearby. But the sheer logistics are staggering and leave a lot of room for doubt. Think about the ramps for a moment. To reach the top of the 481-foot pyramid, a straight ramp would need to be over a mile long to have a manageable slope. Where did all the material for such a colossal ramp come from? And where did it go when the pyramid was finished? Some experts suggest an internal ramp, spiraling up inside the pyramid structure, which would solve the material problem. French architect Jean-Pierre Houdin has championed this idea for years, and it's a compelling one. It suggests a level of planning and internal complexity that we are only just beginning to appreciate. It paints a picture of ancient Egyptians as brilliant engineers, not just laborers. But what if the answer involves something more advanced? This is where the story takes a turn into the truly mysterious. Some researchers have pointed to evidence of lost knowledge or forgotten technology. Could the ancient Egyptians have known a technique for lifting or even softening stone that we've since lost to time? There are theories about using sound waves or acoustic levitation, concepts that sound like science fiction but are being explored. Others suggest they used water locks to float the blocks upwards, turning the construction site into a giant hydraulic lift. These ideas are on the fringe, but they force us to keep an open mind. When you look at the precision of the cuts, and the tightness of the joints between the stones, so tight you can't fit a piece of paper between them, you have to wonder. Copper chisels and stone hammers just don't seem to cut it, literally. This has led to more extreme theories involving ancient aliens or a lost, highly advanced human civilization. While I always look for evidence first, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and wonder. The construction of the Great Pyramid remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries, a testament to a level of genius that continues to baffle us. If the construction doesn't blow your mind, the pyramid's alignment certainly will. This isn't just a pile of stones randomly placed in the desert. The Great Pyramid is positioned with an accuracy that is almost unbelievable. Its four sides are almost perfectly aligned with the four cardinal directions: true north, south, east, and west. The alignment to true north is particularly stunning. It's off by just a tiny fraction of a degree. To put that in perspective, modern buildings struggle to achieve this level of precision. The Washington Monument, for example, is off by a greater margin. This wasn't an accident, it was deliberate, and it was brilliant. How did they do it? They didn't have GPS or compasses. The leading theory is that they used the stars. Ancient Egyptian astronomers could have tracked the movement of a single star in the northern sky, marking its rising and setting points to find a perfect north-south line. This method, known as the circumpolar star method, requires incredible patience and meticulous observation over many nights. It shows that the pyramid's builders were not just master builders, but also master astronomers. They had a deep, profound understanding of the cosmos, and they encoded that knowledge directly into their most magnificent structure. The connections to the stars don't stop with the cardinal directions. A popular and fascinating theory known as the Orion correlation theory suggests that the layout of the three main pyramids at Giza was designed to mirror the three stars in Orion's belt. Proponents like Robert Bauval argue that the pyramids are a map of the heavens, frozen in stone on the ground. The theory also suggests that the so-called air shafts inside the Great Pyramid aren't for ventilation at all. Instead, they were designed to point directly at specific stars, like Orion and Sirius, which were incredibly important in Egyptian mythology and their beliefs about the afterlife. This celestial alignment adds another profound layer to the pyramid's purpose. It suggests the structure was more than just a burial marker. It was a bridge between the earth and the heavens. It was a machine designed to help the pharaoh's soul navigate its journey into the afterlife, guided by the stars themselves. Whether these theories are proven true or not, they highlight the incredible astronomical knowledge of the ancient Egyptians. The Great Pyramid is a silent stone testament to their connection with the cosmos, a giant compass pointing not just north but to the very stars themselves. Stepping inside the Great Pyramid is like entering another world. The passages are tight, the air is still, and you can really feel the weight of millions of tons of stone all around you. It's, honestly, an intense experience. The layout that's been known to us for centuries is already super complex, with a descending passage that leads deep into the bedrock, an ascending passage, and then the magnificent Grand Gallery. This gallery is actually an architectural marvel in itself, a tall, corbelled hallway that leads upwards to the so-called King's Chamber. There's also the Queen's Chamber, which is located lower down. But for centuries, explorers have suspected that this wasn't the whole story. The pyramid felt like it was holding more secrets. The King's Chamber is often seen as the main event. Inside this stark, granite-lined room sits a large, empty sarcophagus. It's too big to have been carried in through the passages, so it must have been placed there as the pyramid was being built around it. But here's the strange part. No lid for the sarcophagus has ever been found, and maybe even more importantly, no mummy. The chamber itself is completely plain, with no hieroglyphic inscriptions on the walls like you'd find in the tombs in the Valley of the Kings. This absence of decoration and a body has fueled endless debate about whether this room was ever truly a pharaoh's final resting place at all. And then in 2017, the pyramid proved it still had secrets to give up. Using a cutting-edge particle physics technique called Muon tomography, scientists were able to scan the pyramid's interior without drilling a single hole. The results were honestly astounding. They discovered a massive, previously unknown void, a hidden chamber at least 100 feet long, located right above the Grand Gallery. Dubbed the Scan Pyramid's Big Void, this discovery sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. No one knows what's inside it or what its purpose was. Is it a hidden construction chamber, a secret burial room, or something else entirely? This discovery really changes everything. It proves that, even after 4,500 years, we've only scratched the surface of what the Great Pyramid contains. It reignites that sense of wonder, and the possibility that there are more hidden chambers and passages just waiting to be found. Every new technology gives us a new way to look, and every new look reminds us how little we truly know. The interior of the pyramid isn't a static museum, it's honestly an active puzzle box, and we've just found a piece that doesn't fit the picture we thought we had. The journey to its center is far from over. So, we come to the ultimate question: what was the Great Pyramid for? The textbook answer is simple: it was a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu. It was designed to protect his body and his treasures and to serve as a monument to his eternal glory. This theory is supported by the presence of a sarcophagus, and the fact that pyramids were in general used as royal tombs in ancient Egypt. It's the safe, logical explanation. But as we've seen, the Great Pyramid is anything but simple and logical. The missing mummy, the lack of inscriptions, and the incredible precision all beg the question: was it only a tomb? This is where things get really interesting. Alternative theories propose that the pyramid had a much more functional and extraordinary purpose. One of the most compelling ideas is that it was a type of power plant. Engineer Christopher Dunn has put forward a detailed theory suggesting the pyramid was designed to harness the Earth's natural vibrations and convert them into microwave energy. He points to the specific materials used, like the conductive granite in the king's chamber and the insulating limestone casing, as evidence. In this view, the shafts are waveguides, and the chambers are resonance boxes. It's a wild idea, but one that actually tries to explain many of the pyramid's strange features. Then there are the legends and, all the conspiracy theories, which fly off in even more fantastic directions. Some believe the pyramid is a time capsule left by a lost civilization like Atlantis, containing the sum of all their knowledge, just waiting for a future generation to unlock it. Others, looking at its astronomical alignments, see it as a device for communicating with extraterrestrial beings. And of course, there are those who believe it was built by aliens as a landmark or energy beacon. While these ideas lack concrete evidence, they really speak to the powerful effect the pyramid has on the human imagination. It just feels too grand, too perfect, to be merely human. In the end, we are left standing before this stone giant with more questions than answers. Was it a tomb, a power plant, an astronomical observatory, or something we can't even imagine? Perhaps the answer is a combination of these things. Maybe its purpose was multi-layered, just like its structure. The beauty of the Great Pyramid is that it encourages us to think, to question, and to explore. It challenges us to push the boundaries of our knowledge. So, what do you think? As the sun sets over the Giza Plateau, casting long shadows from its peak, one thing is certain: the world's greatest riddle is still waiting for an answer.